Welcome to Catamount Football with Coach Matt Land. I'm Bill Mayo, your host. And on this week's show, we're going to take a look back at the Calhoun game and also discuss the upcoming region schedule and the next game with Gilmer County. So stay right here, back with more Catamount Football in just a minute.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of AAA Transformers, Transmission, and Complete Auto Repair. This is my son, CJ. You well know us for remanufacturing your transmission, but did you also know we are a brake, AC, and tune-up specialist? Our brakes come with a lifetime warranty on pads and shoes. So don't just trust your vehicle to anyone. Come to AAA Transformers, Transmission, and Complete Auto Repair, where we can make it stop, we can make it go, we can make it shift, and we can make it cold. Check us out on our website at AAATransformers.com.
When is the last time you have compared your car, life, or health insurance costs? At Advanced Insurance Strategies, we know your time is valuable. Therefore, we have developed AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com. You can now go online anytime, anywhere, and get quick and easy quotes for your car, life, or health insurance from respected companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assurant Health, Alliant Health Plans, and Drive Insurance from Progressive. Receive unparalleled customer service from a local insurance agency while using AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. Coach Land, talk a little bit about the Calhoun game for Friday night. Certainly not the outcome that we wanted, but I thought defensively our kids played outstanding. I mean, just an excellent game plan by Coach Carpenter and the defensive staff, and the kids executed it very well.
Absolutely. I mean, as you go back and you look at this week, and we'll continue to watch the film. I'm sure we've all watched it 20, 25 times, over the weekend, and then throughout this week we'll watch it with the players. The reality is that no, the outcome is not what we wanted, but there's obviously parts of the game that we're going to look at, and I think we're going to be very pleased with. One, as you brought out, is defense, and I know you'll be talking with Coach Carpenter later on. The defense had an outstanding game plan, and we normally play somewhere between 18, 19 kids on Friday night. We actually played one of our lower figures this week, which is kind of ironic because we went in believing, hey, we're going to need maybe 20 or 21 because of the pace of the offense. But we had some guys that were really up for the game. We had some guys that we liked the matchups of maybe our size on their size or our speed against their size. And then I think the biggest thing is we just had some guys that just, as the game went on, they really found a groove. And you just begin to see some of these guys stepping up, making play after play after play. Chipper Elrod, somebody we'll talk with.
I was going to say, Chipper, just from watching the game, from my perspective, I mean, not only did he make the play on the safety, but he also had a couple more tackles for losses and really did a good job of kind of anchoring
absolutely
that side of the line that he was on.
Well, there's 2 or 3 positions on that field that we ask to do more than one job. And, the old philosophy was, you just do your job, and we'll don't do anybody else's. Well, when you play a team like Calhoun, and particularly offenses today, you've got some guys that might have a myriad of responsibilities depending on formation, depending on down and distance, depending on what your call is. And Chipper obviously is one of those guys. Lyle and Eder, obviously. I mean, you watch Eder, he's moving backwards and forwards and side to side and all that kind of stuff. But even the corners, sometimes we're asking them to be in press on those quick screens, and sometimes they've got to be back deep. And we've got a young corner on one side, but he's learning at a rate of speed that right now you got to do it right now. But these guys, I was very proud of them. I mean, they laid their guts on the line time and time again. And as a coach, knew that we was going to have to go to that well many times. And our kids knew that. And I think that's to their testament and also to our coaches. They kept those guys in the game the whole time. And, of course, Miss Crystal kept them hydrated. And, like I said, the defensive game plan, anytime you hold a Calhoun team to 17 points and have less than, have 4 turnovers, you ought to win the game.
I think the other thing, too, that I noticed the improvement in tackling was so much better from Ringgold to Calhoun, just really exciting to see the improvement in tackling.
Well, I think you could probably talk to a lot of coaches around the area. I think you could talk to a lot of coaches, period. Tackling is going to be something, Coach Lamb and I were talking about it before the game. They're having the same problems. A lot of these kids right now, and I think it's going to be the problem for a while, are confused by these new tackling rules. You sit there and you watch all the SEC games and ACC games yesterday, and all the fouls that are being called. I'm watching an Auburn game, and a guy gets kicked out for the next half of the next game because of a hitting to the head. Right. I think we've created a lot of for these kids to think about. I understand the need for safety, understand the need for these guys to tackle properly. Because you're at our practices, we spend 20 to 30 minutes every day tackling. Even on days that we're out in shorts and helmets, shorts and shells, we're going to tackle. That's fundamentals. That's blocking and tackling. But when you get in the game, they are worried about penalties. They're worried about hitting high. They're worried about leading with the face, leading with the crown of the helmet. So, yes, I'm very proud of our guys. I think they're getting better at tackling. We still got a ways to go. We missed some tackles the other night, but at the same time, we've improved again, and that's what we're continuing to watch. We're still a young team, and we're going to continue to improve as we go through this season.
Special teams. I think that was a great phase of the game.
Absolutely.
Eder Moore did a tremendous job of punting the football. Jacob Bartu, what a heads-up play by Jacob.
Oh, unbelievable. And, Jacob's the guy, every time we say in a meeting, okay, we need somebody we can depend on, Jacob's the guy that we always come up with. It's like, we can get – and, that's just something, Jacob instinctively, just going off last year, knows that when that guy comes up there on punt and he stops, go on and run behind him. And he did. And, man, literally you'll see it on the film, on the highlights. On the 1 foot line. Yeah. Literally you could not have probably got a credit card between his foot and the line. So just an outstanding job there. Pepe Gardia, an outstanding job by him as well, just getting us a ball that we could cover. So that was good.
Offensively, obviously struggled. Didn't put the ball in the end zone. That's never a good thing for you as a team to do that.
Never, absolutely.
And just seemed like trouble making plays right now. Not whether it's not catching the ball,
sure,
or not making a block, or not getting the ball in the right place.
Right.
Just and obviously Calhoun defense deserves a lot of credit.
Absolutely.
But got some work to do offensively. Yeah. Got an open week, which is a good thing.
Well, obviously, I think you've got to start with, and I would never, ever want to take anything away from the Calhoun defense, or to go back like 2 weeks ago, the Ringo defense. I thought both defenses played well and obviously played a game plan fitting for playing us. Having said that, yes, we're disappointed with our production. We're disappointed for where we are right now offensively. To speak the obvious, we miss Kelvis. And we're excited about the opportunity. We really felt like we was going to have Kelvis for this game. He was checked as of about 6 o'clock, literally before we left the field house to head to Calhoun, and he's still just not there yet. So we hope to have him back for the Gilmer game. Feel reasonably sure that we will have him back. When we get him back, obviously, it's always good to get another bullet back, especially a 1,700-yard rusher you like to have back. But, yeah, I think, right now, you mentioned it, some drop passes, some missed blocks, some things like that. But we're young. We got 9 starters to replace. Those guys got better. We reduced our penalties. That was one of the things we challenged them with. Secondly, I think as you go into the film and watch the film, some blocking that you and I talked about, I know our line talked about, some combos and coming off on backside backers. We did that much better. So, hey, we're not where we want to be. But with a young team like this and a young offense, we're getting better. We're going to continue to get better, and I'm excited to see just where we'll be in 2 weeks against Gilmer, because that's the only thing that's going to get rid of this taste in our mouth.
Right. And I think that's the thing that we've got to look at with the offensive. So many of those skill players are so young. They were either JV players or Zeke Cobb was in the 8th grade last year.
Yeah.
It's a real learning curve going from that level of football to Friday night football. And those guys have just got to keep working and keep making those adjustments.
Well, and I think that's what's exciting. They're going to have the opportunity to get better. They're going to have the opportunity to get more and more reps. You don't get to week 2 and go, well, that guy can't help you, throw him away. That's not the case. Or that play doesn't work, throw it away. You look across the body of the season, you look across the breadth of the season, and at the end of the day, as long as we're seeing improvement in some of these kids, some of these guys are going to be some very special football players for us down the road. We've just got to continue to mature them and continue to give them as many game-type situations in practice as we can, so that when they get in those big games, the pressure of making a catch, the pressure of making a block, the pressure of making an extra yard on a run is something they're accustomed to and almost something they expect. So, like I said, I'm excited. I thought both our quarterbacks played well. And I think, obviously, when you look across the board, we're going to see that it's that 1 or 2 plays where somebody did something that wasn't right. it was never the whole offense.
Right.
And I think that's the whole key. We just got to get consistency there, and I think when we do that, I think we're going to be okay.
And we know one thing: these kids will keep working hard, and our offensive coaches will keep working
no
hard.
doubt, absolutely.
And we'll get better and we'll improve.
No doubt, absolutely.
With that, we'll be right back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
A restaurant should be more than just a place to eat. Enjoy community, tradition, and unbeatable home-style cooking at the Oakwood Cafe, located in historic downtown Dalton. Our food, fair prices, and friendly staff have made the Oakwood Cafe one of the fastest-growing businesses in Georgia. We offer catering services that can bring our distinctive flavor anywhere. We also provide the opportunity to team up with us through franchising. Whether you're a newcomer or a regular, stop by and have the dining experience you've needed. Come feel at home with us at the Oakwood Cafe.
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
I want to put my name on the list.
There's no place like Outback. With call-ahead seating,
Nelson?
just call up, get on the list, and you'll be seated in no time. Outback's call-ahead seating.
The weather's cooling down, the leaves are starting to fall, and prices are dropping at Carpet Express. That's right, it's time for Carpet Express annual fall sale, September the 12th through the 14th. We're slashing prices on carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, and luxury vinyl plank. We got free hot dogs, free Cokes, and door prizes. So come to one of Carpet Express's great locations and take advantage of the savings. Thursday, September the 12th through Saturday, September the 14th.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. We've got our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show and introduce yourselves, please.
Chase Todd, number 86. I'm defensive end and senior.
Chip Railrod, number 39, defensive end, junior.
All right, Chase, let's start with you. First off, tell me, it's your senior year for Dalton High. What do you kind of see your role as this year as a senior?
A senior, I look at myself and I think of a leadership kind of role. I know I'm a follower behind Lyle and Jake, our main captains, but we still have the younger guys, and I feel a leader to them.
Talk about your position, defensive end, kind of a tough spot out there. You guys have a lot of responsibilities as far as playing contain, but then not getting kicked out or people running underneath you. Talk about that position a little bit.
It's a hard position. You got multiple things, like you said. Like this past week, we had to contain the quarterback. They had a good quarterback. And then we got to play the zone and different little things to the inside. And it gets difficult sometimes, but you got to be fast and be disciplined.
Yeah, you certainly played a good game against Calhoun. Talk about that game for you and kind of from your perspective, what you saw from your position.
My position, I saw that Calhoun had a good team. They had great linemen. Remember that number 54, he was a good, I think it was a sophomore. He was a good offensive lineman. And then their quarterbacks are both outstanding. We hurt their first-string quarterback, and then their second-string quarterback came in and didn't skip a beat, and that hurt us. But other than that, they were a pretty good team.
Now, one thing I know that you defensive guys, like to do is rush the passer up front and see Chipper smiling. Talk about rushing the passer and how you guys work on that and maybe some of your favorite pass rush move.
In practice, we do hand drills, and we work our hands. And
explain why that's important. So somebody watching that maybe doesn't understand football, why is that so important? The hands.
Whenever the offensive linemen hit, they grab onto you. And
no, wait a minute. They don't hold.
They hold, and you gotta try to get their hands off of you. So we work little hand drills and try to be fast with our hands. And Coach Cole Bennett calls it ninja time, and we work on ninja moves and get into it. My personal favorite is the snake. Help me demonstrate.
We're gonna have a live demonstration
right here. All right, cut. Snake, you hit, wrap, and break their arm.
So that gets you a path underneath the tackle, outside the tackle, whichever way you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, good. So how about goals for the rest of the season? Got an off week coming up. It's getting ready to start region play. What are you looking forward to in that?
Region play, I think we got to step up and not lose anymore. We got to play hard.
Good answer. I like it. Chipper, how about you? Let's talk about same position, similar duties. Talk about your perspective on that position.
Well, like Chase said, it's a hard position, but we just got to make sure that we do our job to set everybody else up.
Right. Now, you had a big game the other night. Obviously made a safety, but made several other tackles for loss. Let's talk about the safety. What happened? Kind of describe that play.
Well, when we went out there, we all knew that we needed to make a play, especially after the big pass play, and they scored, because we need to try to get some momentum. But we just went out there knowing that we were going to get the safety, and we got it.
Talk about the play itself, because you were instrumental in it happening. What happened on the play?
Well, the line blocked down, and they tried to bring up one of their big guys to block us, and it didn't work out, and we hit the guy for a safety.
Piled him up in the backfield and,
yes,
and got the safety right. That's an exciting play for defensive linemen. I was watching you guys. You guys were jumping up and down and excited running off the field. That was a tremendous play by you guys.
Yes,
how about one thing I think that you've done over the last couple of years is you've really spent a lot of time in the weight room and really changed your body. Talk about the weight room and what it's done for you as a player, and for a young guy, maybe somebody. Kid that's middle school kid. Talk about how much working hard in the weight room's helped you.
Well, it's helped me a lot. It's helped me gain weight, and it's just taught me a good work ethic and just how to take care of my body the right way.
Yeah, it also seems like it's made you more confident as a player. I guess. Talk about it. When you're on the field, when you know that you're as strong than the guy you're playing against. What does that do for you, confidence-wise?
It just. When you have confidence, you don't think, and you're not so focused on thinking about what you need to do. It's just muscle memory, and you know what to do.
How about the transition? Last year you were predominantly JV guy, and now you're playing varsity. Talk about the transition from JV to varsity.
It's a lot different, but I enjoy it.
What's the biggest difference? What's the biggest difference you see?
Probably tempo.
Yeah.
And the athletes.
Speed of the game, speed of the players, and certainly probably the size of the lineman, right?
Yes, sir.
You've faced some big guys already this season.
Yes, sir.
That's a challenge, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on the show. You did a great job. Good luck with the rest of the season, and let's get ready for Gilmer.
Thank you, sir.
Stay right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Have you ever heard the term, your eyes are your expressions, the windows to your soul? But when your eyelids look tired and they start to sag, it will make you look much older than you actually are. There is a simple surgical procedure called a blepharoplasty or eyelid tuck, which can help to rejuvenate and redefine the contours around your eyelids. It will even improve your fields of vision, and a portion may even be covered by insurance. We can help redefine how others see you.
Got car problems? That's no problem for AAA Transformers Transmission Specialists. Bring your foreign or domestic vehicle into AAA Transformers and have our certified master technicians perform the most comprehensive diagnostics over any other shop. AAA Transformers utilizes the latest technology, so you can rest assured that you get the proper diagnosis the first time, so only necessary repairs are made. Save time and money on all your brake, AC, tune-up, and transmission needs, all backed by the best warranty in the business. That's AAA Transformers Transmission Specialists.
The weather's cooling down, the leaves are starting to fall, and prices are dropping at Carpet Express. That's right, it's time for Carpet Express annual fall sale, September the 12th through the 14th. We're slashing prices on carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, and luxury vinyl plank. We got free hot dogs, free Cokes, and door prizes. So come to one of Carpet Express's great locations and take advantage of the savings. Thursday, September the 12th through Saturday, September the 14th.
No problem with the deadline. Yeah, our internet service connection flies now that we have OptiLink.
You're the star with OptiLink from Dalton Utilities. Local customer service, lightning fast internet, stellar phone and television at affordable rates.
I'd like to thank Mike and Brian and IT for making all of this possible, as well as Helen and personnel and my great OptiLink installer.
Don't you deserve the star treatment? Sign up with OptiLink today.
With OptiLink, I'm the star.
Back on Catamount Football with our coaches segment. We've got defensive coordinator Coach Kit Carpenter. Coach, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
All right. I know it's one of your favorite things to do is do television segment. We appreciate you coming on. Let's talk a little bit about, I think one thing we try to do when we have coaches on is give people a little bit behind the scenes, kind of look at what goes on with a football team and talk about building a defensive game plan. I mean, what the elements are and, what you guys do to put together a game plan.
Well, we start Saturday, after our game to start watching the next team. All of our coaches have a specific duty to do with the game film, and we meet on Sundays. We put together formations, favorite plays, favorite passes, stuff like that, and we kind of set our defense according to the matchups that we want for the week. And
explain what you're talking about when you're talking about matchups. It might be an individual lineman against one of their linemen, or it might be taking advantage of a formation that they do. I mean, kind of. Break that down a little bit, what you're talking about.
The matchup depends on the type of play. It might be we might need a more physical guy, a bigger guy, that maybe a better run stopper. We may need a quick guy that's more of a pass rusher, or we may need somebody that can do both. And even in the coverage, what coverage do we want to run? Do we need a big outside linebacker? Do we need a fast guy? We talk about that on Sundays and kind of flesh that out and get us a preliminary game plan on Sunday afternoons based on formations and stuff like that. We go out through the week and practice it, make minor tweaks to it, and then kind of come up with favorite plays that they may like to run on specific downs, and we have that charted, and we kind of base our calls on that. And then on Friday nights, the guys in the box look to make sure that everything that we came up with on Sunday is still specific to the game that we're playing. If it is, we continue on. If not, we go in right then and make adjustments to it.
I was going to say, talk about that portion, because I know there's been some times when it happens to teams on both sides of the ball where you've got a plan and you think this is what they've shown, here's their tendencies, here's what they do, and then they come out and all of a sudden they're doing something different.
They do, and we'll run into that from time to time. It makes it difficult from the sidelines to see what's going on, but we have such a great staff in the box, and certainly Coach Bennett's seen just about everything that somebody can do, and they're able to explain it right out of the box, and we're able to get the changes made right on the sideline.
Especially if we have somebody come out run the single wing. Coach Bennett would be right all over that.
He would definitely be on that, yes.
Now, you're responsible for coaching linebackers, so talk about your position group a little bit and those guys that you coach every day.
I do coach the linebackers with Lyle and Jay Rockholt and Cade and Jordan and David Rockholt. It's just a really close-knit group. I've coached them all for 4 years, or we'll eventually coach them for 4 years, and they can kind of run themselves at this point because there's not very many of them, so they know what we're going to do every day.
You kind of have a unique philosophy on developing linebackers. You've said it numerous times that you like for them to go over and play fullback for a little while. Talk about that and why you think that benefits them.
Well, it benefits them because they're playing opposite of the plays that they see. They can develop an understanding, well, why do they need to pull here, or why would they block down here, or where does the fullback's angle? It helps them build a foundation of understanding, really.
And talk a little bit about the game Friday night. I thought you guys did an outstanding job of game planning, and the kids did a great job of executing that plan on Friday night.
They did. We came up with a plan, on Sunday, and our coaches really did a great job of installing that game plan throughout the week, so the kids were ultra prepared. And any kind of change that was different, we came out of the box. The information that came out of there was perfect, and so when our kids responded to any changes that we made, I was very, very happy with them.
Always, Jacob Barty did a great job of feeling that punt and setting it up, but always exciting for a defense to get a safety. I know get you guys jazzed up. And what are you thinking when you get, just general kind of philosophy, when you get a team backed up like that. What are you kind of thinking at that point?
You always want to try to play for the safety, but you have to be very careful because a lot of teams, and certainly the athletes that Calhoun possessed, can quickly break one on you if you concentrate too much. But Chipper did a great job, as long as the other linemen, when they blocked down, they squeezed and did exactly what they were coached to do, and it really worked out for us.
Absolutely. How about an update on your family? We've had Knox on here before, but you've had a new addition, I think, since we had you on last year, right?
Osi, she's getting a little bit older, but she rules the roost. Whatever Osi wants is what Osi gets. She makes the decisions now.
So you got Knox and Osi, and obviously your wife Emily. So beautiful family, and you do a great job with the football team. Appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
So right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
When the diagnosis is cancer, you want the best. Advanced surgical, radiation, and chemotherapy treatment, all available under one roof, a center large enough to treat advanced or complex cases. A dedicated team of physicians, nurses, and therapists treating each patient the way they would want to be treated. It's all here at Hamilton Regional Cancer Institute. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
A restaurant should be more than just a place to eat. Enjoy community, tradition, and unbeatable home-style cooking at the Oakwood Cafe, located in historic downtown Dalton. Our food, fair prices, and friendly staff have made the Oakwood Cafe one of the fastest-growing businesses in Georgia. We offer catering services that can bring our distinctive flavor anywhere. We also provide the opportunity to team up with us through franchising. Whether you're a newcomer or a regular, stop by and have the dining experience you've needed. Come feel at home with us at the Oakwood Cafe.
Have you ever heard the term, your eyes are your expressions, the windows to your soul? But when your eyelids look tired and they start to sag, it will make you look much older than you actually are. There is a simple surgical procedure called a blepharoplasty or eyelid tuck, which can help to rejuvenate and redefine the contours around your eyelids. It will even improve your fields of vision, and a portion may even be covered by insurance. We can help redefine how others see you.
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
I want to put my name on the list.
There's no place like Outback. With caller-ahead seating,
Nelson?
Just call up, get on the list, and you'll be seated in no time. Outback's caller-ahead seating.
We're back to our highlight section, Coach Land. We're going to watch the first half highlights of the Friday night game with Calhoun.
Well, our permanent captains, Jake and Lyle there, and then this week our two other senior captains was Juan Pacheco and Nathan Bryant. We'll start out with a little sweep here to Tyler Nolan, who played a good game for us.
End up having to punt, and there's Eder. Did a good job of this all night.
Yeah, 56-yard punt, I believe this was, and he's so solid in the kicking game. He's really been struggling, not been able to kick a lot during practice, which has lost some of his spin. Great job here, Chipper, and really our defense. We've talked a lot about Chipper tonight, but the reality is it was the whole defense. Guys taking up blocks, responsibilities. Chipper coming off right there and just making a great play. And
good job of Chase
absolutely,
Todd right
Chase
there.
Todd. Hey, he had another great night on he took up some of the blocking schemes, and you can see right there getting a little bit of a double. Great job of pressure right there by Rocky, and this is an interception.
Yes, it is.
You know, we talked about this. We felt like we argued it on the game. At a bare minimum, if it's not interception, then it ought to be a completion. But for it to be a no catch is an incorrect call. But, you can tell they do a great job right here at posting up. Lyle does a good job. That's his ball right there. At a bare minimum, like I said, tie goes to the runner, so it should have been a completion if nothing else. But to call it incomplete, that's just not right. So, anyhow, come back with a little quick screen. And our guys played this. This is for the most part, this is almost 70% of their offense is the screen game. When people hear about them, once again, great pressure there by Chipper. But we really played that exceptionally well in this game. We were very, very pleased with the way our guys played there.
Coming off the goal line, running the toss again. They do a good job of containing, and Tyler just reverses his field and makes something out of nothing there. Gains about 7 or 8 yards. Yards were hard to come by Friday night for us offensively. There's a trap play. Good job by Logan Pender. Good trap block by Hayden Gross. Coming with a reverse. Our center is supposed to get out of there, and their nose guard did a great job of grabbing Dakota and keeping him from getting out on the corner.
Yeah. Another great kick right here by Eder. We didn't have a return the other night, and that's 2 weeks without a return. So just a great job there. Good job of our coverage right here, but just at the last minute. I mean, this is just speed kills.
Yep.
And, Jordan McKinney does an outstanding job. He plays actually very, very well in this game. He's one of our sophomores that's starting, and we've got a bright future with him, but we learned a lesson there for sure. You can't ever be deep enough.
Here's Tyler Nolan. He's going to break one before the year's out. Kid is a good returner. He's got good instincts for running back kicks.
Giving the business right there.
Yeah, he is going to break one. Watch Chase Westfall here gets his helmet knocked off. Boom, right there it goes. He's staying after the guy.
That's right. He got the best of him. That's good.
Good job by the return team of setting up the run with some good blocks there too.
Oh yeah. Good job right here of our offense.
Another trap play. Trap play was good to us early, and that's Jace Chastain playing fullback. There's Nolan on a little power play, getting upfield, getting vertical. Again, just couldn't sustain anything and got a punt, and here's a terrific play by Jacob Bartu.
Yep, and you just see right here. I mean, he couldn't got any closer right there. And this is the criticalness of special teams. I mean, this is why we practice them 20 to 30 minutes a day in some form or fashion. I mean, right there. That's as perfect as you can execute it right there.
And it leads directly to this next play right
Absolutely.
here.
That's what I'm saying. And right there, Chipper Elrod, Lyle, Uriel Perez played a solid game the other night as well. Uriel's a guy that's coming in for us and giving us some great reps.
I like to see the excitement. Look at those guys coming
Absolutely.
And Coach Carter down there.
Hey, we almost had to give him IVs at halftime, so great job right there, penetrating and great job of those guys. That's awesome.
I like the excitement. I like the enthusiasm.
Yeah, our defense played probably one of the better games I think we can look back over the last few years and say, hey, that was a great defensive game. Great defensive game. It's a shame we couldn't do anything offensively with the kick there. We went basically 3 and out, but we were able to put the ball down, pin them down here, and they come back and run a little quick screen again, as we said. A little different interpretation here of the rule. But once again, they call it just an incompletion. Great job of Nathan Bryant reading keys. We got a great collision right there out of Jay Rockhold and put Nathan in perfect position there to make an interception. And I'm very happy that night. We had 4 turnovers and was just you'll see right here just a great collision right there by Rock. And then once again their offense is built on timing. So if you can mess that timing up, you got a chance on a play, and that was a big thing that we were trying to do, is just try to get as much of their timing messed up as possible. Coach Thompson did a great job with the DBs this week.
Ended up not being able to capitalize on it, and Eder just kicks a little directional kick out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, I mean Eder
pinning them back again.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see what he can do with the football. Come back out with a quick screen here, and just a great job right here of Jordan McKinney, that same guy that got cooked a little while ago, comes back, and that's what I like about him. He didn't get scared. He stayed up there and continued to play hard right there. Great job of Eder coming up all the way from free safety to make that play right there.
Nice job of Lyle, too. Watch Lyle turn it back in.
Absolutely.
Keep contained, turn it back in, and there's Eder cleaning it up.
And that's what you want to play right there. That's exactly how you want to try to play that. Great job here of Devontae coming in and basically messing the exchange up. I mean, he basically just reaches out and deflects the ball enough out of number 1's hand, puts it on the ground, and Jay Rocco's right there, aware of the ball, and picks it up. So great job.
The thing about these turnovers, they weren't turnovers that Calhoun just handed us the ball.
Oh, no.
Like we saw originally do.
Yes.
Against. I mean, these were our guys forcing stuff.
That's exactly right.
That's very encouraging.
Absolutely.
There's a little boot pass. Jace just tucks it down and gets a block out there and by Chase Westfall and picks up about 10 yards.
Good job right there, Lyle Durham. Lyle played a very solid game for us the other night. We asked a lot of Lyle. to play 2 or 3 different positions. Get a deflection there, and Eder comes up with an intersection right there. And like I said, perfect place because our offense had turned it over, and they were not turned it over, but they had given it up on down, come back, and we were right there. And like I said, key stop right there, puts the ball going back into the offense to get a chance to do something with it.
Really tried to do some boot and roll because of the way they were coming so hard off the backside and just trying to hit a big play on, but couldn't get there.
Yep, good job right here, Jordan Keener. Once again, Jordan McKinney coming up. Just a great job there. And right here, a little draw play. That's one of the things that's so difficult. Good job of Elijah, and of course, coming from the backside right there, Jace, who's going to be playing both ways for us this season. So once again, just a good job. And here's, this is the one we hated right here, and I'm sure we'll have a replay of it. But you're going to see right here, Jace Chastain does an outstanding job of tearing him down right there at the 1. They felt like that in fact, I was told that he stretched the ball out. But obviously there was enough video there to see that truly his knees were down at the 2 and the ball was out at the 1 when he did extend it, but it was not in the goal line. So anyhow, good half of football for our defense.
Absolutely. Back with the second half in just a minute.
Got car problems? That's no problem for AAA Transformers Transmission Specialists. Bring your foreign or domestic vehicle into AAA Transformers and have our certified master technicians perform the most comprehensive diagnostics over any other shop. AAA Transformers utilizes the latest technology, so you can rest assured that you get the proper diagnosis the first time, so only necessary repairs are made. Save time and money on all your brake, AC, tune-up, and transmission needs, all backed by the best warranty in the business. That's AAA Transformers Transmission Specialists.
When the diagnosis is cancer, you want the best. Advanced surgical, radiation, and chemotherapy treatment, all available under one roof. A center large enough to treat advanced or complex cases. A dedicated team of physicians, nurses, and therapists treating each patient the way they would want to be treated. It's all here at Hamilton Regional Cancer Institute. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
When is the last time you have compared your car, life, or health insurance cost? At Advanced Insurance Strategies, we know your time is valuable. Therefore, we have developed AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com. You can now go online anytime, anywhere, and get quick and easy quotes for your car, life, or health insurance from respected companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assurant Health, Alliant Health Plans, and Drive Insurance from Progressive. Receive unparalleled customer service from a local insurance agency while using AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com.
Back with the second half highlights of the Calhoun-Dalton game from last Friday night. Let's take a look at the second half. Calhoun started with the ball. Well, we had a
we had a fifth quarter or
yeah,
whatever you
about
call
an
it.
hour delay because they had to back the lights blow a transformer.
Yeah. Great job right here. Good pursuit. We got some young guys in there. Shaw Richardson on the tackle right there. Great job of Vetter right here. I mean, that's that strip rip drill that you talk about. And he does a great job of just utilizing his strength and his leverage to pull the ball out. And, we challenged our defense. We said we're going to need a turnover. We're going to have to give the offense something right off the bat to get a little gas on the fire. And, just a great hit right there by Jordan McKinney coming up and popping him, and then Eder just, using his strength and ripping the ball out.
Yeah, a lot of excitement. Love the excitement the defense gets when they create a turnover. Come back. Nice little seam route there to Peter Sigmund. Good positive play for the offense.
Yep.
Move the ball down the field. Good protection by the offensive line. We get down about the 23-yard line there, 22, 23-yard line. Good run by Jace Chastain there. Good hard run, good blocking up front. Just a quick dive play really is all it was. Got a good push by the guys up front and get down to the 8 or 9 yard line. I thought we really were, had some momentum going at this point. A couple of good positive plays. That was a 4th down.
We had it. That's one you like to have back right there. Feet were in bounds. A good job right here of Uriel Perez. You see him stepping up there, as we mentioned him earlier. 28 is more of a power back for him, so we felt like we knew what he was going to get there. Chris Childs, like I said, just a great tackle. Outstanding play by him this week. He's still a little gimpy and on that ankle, but he's a warrior. He gets out there and fights and fights. Right here, a little quick pitch, and you see Jordan McKinney coming up again. They put a lot of pressure on your corners. They sweep you enough to make you have to come up and play. At the same time, they throw enough that you got to respect it. Good pursuit here by Chase Todd. What a great job of hanging on literally by the shirt tail. And then, of course, Chase Westfall coming in there, just making a great play. But you'll see right here, he gets around the tackle right there. Great job. Just an outstanding job.
Yeah,
of course, Uriel getting in on that,
Chase
too.
did a lot of double duty. Chase Westfall did the other night, playing tight end and defensive end.
Absolutely.
Throw and catch there to Charlie Martin. Little curl route, but ended up having to punt the football again.
Once again, another solid kick. We get a decent roll, not a great roll, but we get a decent roll. Gets the ball down somewhere near the 32-yard line. Come back, and just another great job there of Chipper and turning it in. Jordan Keener coming from the backside, making a great play right there. And then Devontae Davis, we felt like we had an advantage on his quickness on their tackle there, number 54. And, just a great job of him basically just seeing that ball, seeing him drop the ball. And after that play right there, he didn't come back in. So that's just a, great job. It's a young quarterback they have, and just a great job of our pursuit. At this point, our coaches were working their butts off to try to preserve. We really wanted that 14. I challenged those guys to shut them out in the second half. And, I'm not a big moral victory guy, but I like the way our defense fought and held them. And, like I said, just held it to that.
Another good return by Tyler. I'm promising he's going to pop one before the year's over.
He's going to be a very dangerous guy. Great job of Jacob Bartu there. Come back with a quick sweep. Eder Moore does an outstanding job of making it bounce and then coming up making the play.
It's just being a football player.
Yeah, it is. Right here, another great job of Chase Westfall. Chase is the guy that so many times he just looked like he's on his last ounce of energy, but he'd come up with a big play. He's a guy that's going to definitely see a lot of double duty moving forward. So once again, Devontae, and speed on speed, it gives you a chance. Good little run.
I was going to say that's a tough run by him. He didn't gain much, but that was a tough run by him.
Great job right here of our penetration, getting through, and like I said, I'm proud of him right there for holding them to that right there and missing that field goal.
Good throw and catch. Just need more of that, sustain more drives and be more consistent with it.
Yep, you're right. Absolutely right.
End of the game certainly didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but take a week off and get ready for Gilmer County.
That's right.
The weather's cooling down, the leaves are starting to fall, and prices are dropping at Carpet Express. That's right, it's time for Carpet Express annual fall sale, September the 12th through the 14th. We're slashing prices on carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, and luxury vinyl plank. We got free hot dogs, free Cokes, and door prizes. So come to one of Carpet Express's great locations and take advantage of the savings. Thursday, September the 12th through Saturday, September the 14th.
When your doctor recommends an MRI, CT scan, or other diagnostic study, you should know that not all imaging centers offer the same level of quality. Hamilton Diagnostic Center's advanced digital imaging technology reduces radiation dosages, limits retakes, and allows same-day turnaround on your imaging results. Each study is read and reviewed by our expert team of specialty radiologists who often collaborate on complex cases. Hamilton Diagnostic Center, your health is our mission.
All right, Coach Land, let's talk a little bit about not the next game. We have a bye week coming up, but the next game is with Gilmer. Certainly turned into an interesting rivalry over the last 4 or 5 years with those guys. We played them every year, and one year we played them twice. It's kind of gotten to be a fun little game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a rivalry that I think we're beginning to enjoy because of the fact very similar program in the fact that they're very traditional. They're old school. They're smash mouth. They like to talk a little bit, in the game, and I think our kids enjoy that. And I know as coaches, we enjoy seeing our kids compete. And I think, overall, what I like about them is they're one of these teams. I mean, you know what you're going to get, and it's a fun team to prepare for because they take great pride in believing they're the toughest team that's going to be on the field that night.
Yep. And they play like it. They try to play like it.
They do, and as of late, we can remember they've had some very good athletes, which I was talking to the coach last year. He said, that's something that they've not had in the past, that now they're beginning to see because of at Greater Atlanta trying to kind of move up a little bit, now even into that area. So it's now provided an opportunity for them to have some athletes, which he said, that's kind of new for us. So, it is a very, they'll be very sound and very well coached.
Going 180 degrees offensively, going from a spread, huddle team to a wing tee, pack it in, pound you.
Absolutely.
Between the tackles kind of team, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you could play, even though physically you probably couldn't, but if you could play Gilmer and Ridgeland back to back, that would be almost optimal because it's the same, very similar offense. They're going to be heel to heel, block down, kick out, have a wing, maybe move a nasty wing inside. They're going to run the fullback, try to establish the inside game, try to pile you inside, and then try to get the ball outside and outrun you to the flank. So, like I said, it's a strategy that it's a lot more old school than people would probably realize, even in comparison to us. So it's like I said, it's a team though that they take great pride in feeling like they're the most physical player at the point of contact. And I think Coach Tankersley does a good job of talking them into that, even when sometimes maybe they're not. I know we've had those discussions before. Some of those guys just play 15 to 20 pounds heavier than they are. So it's going to be a great game, and I think it'll be a great atmosphere here at Harmon. And so, like I said, I'm excited to be getting back on the horse against a team like that.
Absolutely. And if you're a football fan, it'd be interesting to watch them. They do some unique things with they had a little double fold kick out kind of blocking scheme last year that they brought out for us. That kind of we had a tremendous overtime game last year, a goal line stand to win the game.
And I think that right there probably increases the stakes a little bit more. I mean, they kind of see us as going in and robbing that game from them last year. Great play down on the goal line by Nathan Bryant to force it into a first and goal situation, and obviously we played 4 strong downs right there at the end of the game, and so it's one of those games. I'd like for us to walk away with this game feeling very good about ourselves, and I think we can. I think it's just going to be a matter of us just knowing what we've got to do and taking care of our business and kind of letting everything else kind of work itself out.
It's been kind of interesting the development of the rivalry. I mean, when they first came on the schedule, everybody's like, Gilmer, okay. And now it's like, hell, it's Gilmer's coming. It's gotten to be a fun game.
Well, I think our kids understand. Like I said, this is one of the few games that we'll play this year that's their philosophy. Right. And our kids, you'll see a difference in them in the weight room. You'll see a difference in them at practice because they understand that little, where you play at Calhoun and, you give them an inch, or an extra 6 inches in a squeeze play. The speed is what gets you. In this, you give them that extra 6 inches. It's more of an angle, and now it's that angle that gets you. Right. So it'll be the same attention to detail, same attention to perfection, emphasis on playing every play exactly right, because now instead of speed beating you, it's probably going to be power and just good old toughness that's going to try to beat you.
Absolutely. It'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Catamount football after these messages.
A restaurant should be more than just a place to eat. Enjoy community, tradition, and unbeatable home-style cooking at the Oakwood Cafe, located in historic downtown Dalton. Our food, fair prices, and friendly staff have made the Oakwood Cafe one of the fastest-growing businesses in Georgia. We offer catering services that can bring our distinctive flavor anywhere. We also provide the opportunity to team up with us through franchising. Whether you're a newcomer or a regular, stop by and have the dining experience you've needed. Come feel at home. with us at the Oakwood Cafe.
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
No, I'm not at home today. No, now I can have all of my phone calls forwarded and do all kinds of cool things now that I've signed up with OptiLink.
You're the star with OptiLink from Dalton Utilities. Local customer service, lightning fast internet, stellar phone and television at affordable rates.
I'd like to thank my mom and my friend Cassie and the phone guy from OptiLink.
Don't you deserve the star treatment? Sign up with OptiLink today.
With OptiLink, I'm the star.
Back on Catamount football, and Coach, let's talk a little bit about, before we wrap up the show, another opportunity here with a bye week. Talk about bye week planning and kind of what goes on with the team this week.
Well, I mean, from a obviously from a practice standpoint, it is a week that you want to try to catch up physically. For us, as many injuries as we've had, it's really coming at the right time. We're actually pretty healthy coming out of the Calhoun game as far as injuries. We didn't have any injuries against Calhoun. However, we have had those injuries from beginning of season in camp and even before the Ringo game. So we'll utilize this time to kind of help ourselves physically. That's the first thing. That's a balancing act, though, because I love where we are right now physically as a football team. And I know what's kind of got us here. And it is the Oklahoma drills. It is the one-on-one periods. It is blitz pickup. It's all those things. It's a lot of those board drills that we're doing. So we're gonna need to kind of balance that out because we don't want to lose that as well. I think the two things that you want to try to get out of a bye week though is first to at least for my coaching staff is it's a great time to clean some stuff up. It's a great time to look back over your films and if it happens mid-season and you look at the first five. For us, we'll look back at the last two. What are you having problems with? What's confusing to your offensive line? Defensively, what techniques are you just not playing well? And it's truly for lack of a better phrase, it's a blocking and tackling week. I mean, that's what you're going to do. You're going to work on blocking and tackling. I think you do have to forecast ahead, and you've got to look and you've got to see who your opponent is because you are going to have that team period, and you don't want to spend it on something you're not going to be facing. We have faced two spread teams. So I would say that while we will probably specifically not necessarily work exactly on Gilmer plays because they've only played, we're going to have a couple of games that we're going to be able to see, but at the end of the day, we're going to look back. We don't know how similar they'll be to last year. So, we'll look at some of their plays, maybe their top, the ones that we know they're going to run, and I think from that point, we'll kind of begin to build what we feel like is within their potential or their possibilities. And I think maybe one last component, to me, being a special teams coach, is an opportunity to really kind of evaluate personnel on special teams. At this point, we've played a lot of starters on special teams. I would like to think over the next couple of weeks, we could have some JV guys step up and earn some starting positions on those special teams to try to give some of our starters a little bit of a break. So, like I said, I think it's a very important week for us. Every coach probably does it differently, but I think overall that's probably the way most of us do. And then the last thing is, what do you do as far as Friday night? Here with us, I want our kids going to watch a game. I'm not one of these that says don't. Go anywhere they want to, go see something. I'd rather be doing that as off looking for something to do. And just watch football. And, I know that's what our coaching staff will do, and some of us will travel and go.
I was going to say, as a coaching staff, it gives us an opportunity to – everybody's playing, and we're getting ready to get into region play, a chance to split up and spread out and go see the teams. Even if it's somebody you're going to play in week 8 or 9.
Oh, sure.
There's no substitute for seeing them live. It's nice to see kind of judge the size of the players and what they look like. And
Well,
see
you
them.
remember last year we went down and watched Lafayette, Cedartown, and that was such a great game, the opportunity to see Nick Chubb play and to kind of get a frame of reference to say, okay. And I think that's one thing that you like to do is because we've got these crossover games coming up, gives you an opportunity to go see what potentially you might see in the play-in game. So it is some advanced scouting, so it kind of works to your advantage somewhat.
Talk real quick about how we're getting ready to start region play now. How the region, just remind everybody of how the region play works and how it's set up.
Well, the way our region is set up is we have two sub-regions. The way our schedules are designed, you'll have your 4 or 5 sub-region games that that you have to play, which will basically set the seeding for your sub-region for your game 10, which is the play-in game. Some of us have 2 crossover sub-region games. Some of us have 3 crossover sub-region games. Since we have more on the north side than on the south side, then we have obviously fewer games to pick up. So with that being the case, this will begin. Now, these games have no value from our sub-region standpoint. However, they will play a part in a tiebreaker potential situation because they're in our classification. And that's one of the levels of the tiebreaker is looking at that. So we're going to treat these as region games. We're not looking at these as saying, hey, these are 2 more games that don't have anything to do with our goal. Now we're playing games that may not have anything to do with the sub-region. They will have a lot to do with maybe possible seeding later on, either in the play-in game or potentially even in the playoffs. So it's going to be imperative that we play these games with the sense of urgency of the fact that, to us, we're in the playoffs. So now you got to win them all to get to our goal. And obviously, our goal we've set out is to try to win the region championship. And so this, to us, is a critical part of that goal.
Absolutely. I want to remind everybody we'll be at home on Friday night.
That's right. That's right.
2 weeks from last Friday.
That's right.
I can't think of the date.
Yeah, that's right.
But we'll be at home, so we'll have the tailgate set up, all the good things that go with the home football game at Harper
That's
Field.
right. And I don't know what restaurant is going to be doing that, but guys, go to the website, DaltonFootball.com. Generally, we have a restaurant or something that's providing the food to the tailgate. Obviously at a cost, not for free, but providing it. And so really want to encourage everybody to get out pregame and be here for the tailgate. We'll be here for the catwalk to bring the boys in at 6 o'clock, and obviously be here at game time, 7:30.
Absolutely. Well, with that, we'll close up the show like we always do and say we'll be back in 2 weeks, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.